Hello everybody, and welcome back to our evil island, where we are going to get ourselves a proper research laboratory up and running. We're going to expand our power production facilities a little bit, and we are also going to trick people into stealing this thing, a fake research machine. A convincing replica of the original, which should be sufficient for our purposes. As we can see, we have a crowd right now that seem to be intrigued by this door. We also have some problems out into the world, I see. We have some justice presence that has seen fit to cause some issues for us. On that note, I think, after some consideration, that we will be going for the laser. An obvious choice, really. We will be able to acquire the other one, although that will be done through research rather than anything else. On that note, we also need to do some press fooling. The alliances know about the research machine theft, and they won't rest until they've stolen it back. A cunning duplicate will fool them into thinking that they've stolen the real thing. Make sure that the alliances know who was responsible for the theft by breaking into the London Messenger's print works and changing the headlines. This should ensure that a lot of retrieval experts are dispatched to the island to steal the fake research machine. Excellent. Well, we have a couple of valets on their way to take care of this for us. Of course, this lady has already seen fit to steal the device. Hopefully she is going to leave the island with it, and so leave us without the hassle of having unwanted attention. I guess that will sort of ruin our opportunity to carry out the mission to steal, or to ruin the headlines, but I suppose it can be worth it. Over here we have a rather quite risky mission, and we have Mariana Mamba waiting in the wings. An exceptional Patriot investigator even. Of course, it doesn't really matter how exceptional one is if they keep falling for the target dummy. And somebody is going to trigger it, even if the investigator himself won't. This gentleman is quite unflappable, it seems. Impressive. Of course, ensuring the fake research machine gets stolen is going to be difficult if this lady keeps getting in trouble. Which I don't doubt for a second that she will. On that note, let's get the guards we have out into the world to head on over to the American West Coast in order to obtain the laser. The research machine is useless without items of experimental apparatus to perform experiments. Now, I believe I may already have read this for you, so perhaps I should not trouble you with reading the thing again. Either way, it appears that we have stolen the fake research machine back. And there's not a whole lot we can do about it, regrettably. The burglars are going to wander into our base, get taken down by the traps, and that will be that.
Breaking news regarding the recent theft of the Japanese research machine. The London Messenger newspaper reports that a notorious evil organization has claimed responsibility for the theft, promoting widespread concern for the global defense agencies, who have all vowed to retrieve the technology. In other news, the London Messenger print works were raided last night, but nothing of value was taken.
Yes. A successful raid by all appearances. A lot of stuff about security cameras, which I believe we've been over already. That being said, it seems like the exceptional investigator has run afoul of some bad luck, got his head smashed in. I feel the need to gloat at him. Hello, Miss Matron. Or I guess you just say matron, I suppose. These two valets can return for the time being. Oh, take scientist hostage. That's interesting. Can we start taking new minion types in? I don't believe we've had scientists before. Sounds fun. Let's do it. 1 technician, 4 workers. And it's a single risk mission, although it comes with very high heat, so perhaps we should also send in some valets for the purposes. Is it now? Is it the research machine? Or, well, the fake one? No, no it is not, so...
Intruder tagged for capture. Intruder detected on security network.
Rage bar. I do some many special moves.
They must work harder.
Intruder tagged for termination.
Ah yes, I couldn't have said it better myself.
Kill tag issued.
Pacific Radio.
Brilliant.
This is Pacific FM, and I'm Larry Driscoll, keeping you up to date with regional events from California all the way up to Alaska. The story on everyone's lips today is the big felony committed earlier. No one knows who's responsible yet, but everyone's got a theory. Isn't that right, Bill?
Haha, yeah. Even the penguins in Alaska got a theory, Larry.
Penguins are from the South Pole, Bill.
Damn it, Larry. Why do you always show me up on air?
Perfect. Now we can construct ourselves our very first piece of experimental apparatus. And as fortune would have it,
Weaken tag issued.
we have just the perfect subjects to test it on. A pair of ladies who felt that trying to steal our gold was a good idea. Brilliant. And we have another mission to steal a piece of the totem pole. Also great. However, we will need to ensure that we have a sufficient guard staff available to us in order to generate some income, because what we are doing right now is going to be a fair bit expensive.
Research will enable you to create many...
Thank you, miss. Oh dear, it seems like the matron has had a bit of a bad time, but fortunately our valet is providing her with some tender, loving care to get her back up on her feet again. Wonderful. It's nice to see a base where, even though we are evil, we all take loving good care of each other. It's truly a place in the spirit of cooperation and friendship and camaraderie and all that jazz. On that note, the matron's presence is required in order to make sure that there are no problems with this here. Yes, yes. Yes, Tamara truly thinks that the whole laughing at prisoners thing is the greatest thing since sliced toast. On that note, situation critical.
That should give me a lift.
Even further reason to ensure that these ladies get the laser. Perfect. And we have no agents in the base where they don't have any business being.
Intruder tags for psychological weakening.
We have a lot of money bags moving around because... Ah, well, that's not good. What a rude lady. Interrupting our staff training efforts. On the subject of staff training, perhaps it's time for us to expand the training room a little bit. We need... Oh my, these are fairly big things. So we'll expand the training room a little bit. And
Room construction underway.
we are going to put up 2 chalkboards.
Purchase order confirmed.
Incredibly expensive things, but
Construction on pause.
I believe having a couple of new minions is going to make it worthwhile. Tamara is a little bit injured, unfortunately, but it can't be helped.
Security door bypass.
There we go.
Warning, burglary in progress.
Now this guy here has stolen something. He has stolen more than he should have, I believe. I may actually wish to have Jubei come and sort him out.
Tag issued.
Yes, I do.
Great power at the Mac. I use some many special moves.
Intruder tagged for capture. Warning, an object is being stolen by an intruder.
Oh yes. This man had also stolen a money briefcase. Would you look at that? Unacceptable. And these people have quite the propensity for breaking out, getting their faces beaten and trying again. Marvelous. Gentlemen, could you kindly finish constructing the laser? I have already stated that it is necessary in order to give these ladies the treatment they so deserve. Is nobody going to tend to her situation? Unacceptable. Well and truly. Oh. Oh yes, Mariana Mamba took out some of our guards. Well, that's ungood. As the perhaps slightly non-traditional saying goes. We have one person too many in our cells, but the laser should be coming online at any time soon, perhaps. Provided... Ah yes, there we go. Here's Mike Rosser carrying our brand new laboratory laser. With it, we are going to find out the properties of thieves when exposed to certain wavelengths of light, and the maximum wattage enemy infiltrator can take without turning into dust or similar. Wonderful. There we go. And presto. Our laser. New feature. Look at this beautiful machine. Let's test it. You?
Prisoner interrogation order confirmed. Awaiting interrogation device selection.
What's this?
Of course, such a momentous occasion cannot go unattended. Oh dear. Well, we will just have to hope that our 3 construction workers are sufficient enough group to bring the scientist back to us. If not, we will send a bit more sizable crowd. So, here we have Connie Davis, a good patriot burglar. Now, we are going to see what will happen when we expose her to our brand new laser. I mean, we cannot have research equipment going untested before we subject some of our minions to it, can we? No, that wouldn't do. Yes, this guy is having what we'd call a very good time. Connie Davis, however, is not. But that's what happens when you steal our gold. It seems like a fairly unpleasant thing, so our progress can be determined as saying that we have found in the field of laser science that burglars make funny sounds when exposed to light. Mission has failed. Right. That's a little bit of a shame. I was hoping we would be able to complete this, but we will try again. We'll send a henchman at that time. Until then, perhaps we should raid their submarine pens. So we need a pair of workers, a pair of valets, a pair of technicians, and a pair of guards. Additionally, we'll send in some more guards, and yes, let's send the matron as well. I see that we have another interesting result that stems from exposing burglars to the laser. Seems that this device might actually be fatal. Isn't that interesting? On that note, let's see if we have anything we can research. Not quite yet. What will happen now is that technicians who are not occupied with repairs or doing otherwise work-related tasks will be wandering around the base, looking at the various objects we have, and they are going to then find if there's any sort of research potential contained in them. Let's see if we have any technicians currently doing this. No, I think they're all staffing the either the training room or the control room. It is what it is, I suppose. On that note, here we have Katie Foster in need of help. Quite so. Quite so. Finally, our trusty task force is most likely soon to embark. Why yes, here they are. We have our valets, our construction workers, technicians, and here we see the matron who, in spite of her age, is showing quite some vigor when it comes to running. And we have a valet here, placing an well, some casualties are to be expected, I suppose. Nothing for it. We will simply have to send some people out, performing some thefts later. For now, we are going to raid these submarine pens. Then, they are going to raise some sincere concerns within Patriot that something is quite amiss. See, we have some losses, but that's related to the mission and not any sort of thing that would have been avoidable. Katie Foster is having an unfortunate old time. I don't think she can take another blast of that. She certainly couldn't.
Attention citizens, this is an official broadcast from Hammer's headquarters in Moscow. Hammer is here to keep you safe from our enemies, but we need you all to perform your civic...
Intercepted messages indicate that a research station in Antarctica has managed to develop a working cloning machine. This device could be very useful, especially as the island has recently become the target of specialists seeking to assassinate the evil genius. Steal the machine, then make the evil genius interact with it to create a clone. If this clone is assassinated by one of the specialists, you'll be rewarded with a large drop in heat across the globe. You can create up to 5 clones, but if they die at the hands of anyone other than the specialists, you'll suffer a small notoriety penalty. Interesting. Perhaps we will consider this. On that note, we can send in 3 workers perhaps and go straight onto the scientist acquisition mission, which this time is bound to succeed. Additional, perhaps we can send in the 5 valets required in order to tackle the 4th Cursed Totem Pole section mission.
Prisoner interrogation order confirmed. Awaiting interrogation device selection.
Until then, we can have some minions get to work on these people. Oh, and we have a higher minion allotment. That's very nice. request a few more technicians, a few more guards. So 11, 23, 38, 58. Perfect. We will of course reduce these numbers and replace them with higher tier minions as they become available to us. We really knocked the wind out of that one. Well, so it is. I can't say it's undeserved. We have to keep in mind that these people coming in, they're all thieves, murderers, and soldiers. Of course, since we're an evil organization, rules about prisoners of war don't generally apply, so we are free to do as we please. Which in this case is very bad news for anyone hoping to invade our base and get away with it. Light way. On that note, let's steal a totem pole piece and let's nab us a scientist. Research work in the laboratory is grinding to a halt without the fully trained scientific personnel necessary to operate all the complicated machines. The minions currently manning the equipment are doing their best, but their idea of maintenance is kicking the machines if they stop whirring and beeping. A research facility called VRM Vivisection is currently being picketed by protesting hippies. This will be an excellent smokescreen, allowing us to enter the facility and capture a scientist, then blame it on the beatniks. Perfect. Seems like there were some issues with this man's interrogation, which is highly unfortunate, but our technicians aren't really accomplishing much in terms of research, so perhaps we should consider, yeah, keep base still standing. This mission is almost halfway done. This mission, meanwhile, it's almost halfway done. Excellent. And we have the matron back after her leave of absence. All's well that ends well, as the saying goes. Meanwhile, we have a valet having an unfortunate encounter with our wind trap, getting a little bit battered from it. I'm sure it's a valid or valuable learning experience for him. On that note, how is progress for our dear minions? We will have a scientist in 43 seconds. I can confidently say that there is no way that mission will fail. Same thing with this one. In 30 seconds, we will have a bird head. It will be put right here, next to our wolf's head, I think it is. Yes, that's likely what that is. We'll put...
Good evening. This
Excellent.
is a World Service broadcast. There is increasing evidence that the evil organization is trying to reassemble an infamous Red Indian totem pole. After the totem pole was looted by colonial ethnographers and carved up into 4 sections, a curse was placed on it by the tribal elder. Legend has it that if the pieces are reunited, the curse will be lifted.
Greetings, comrades. This is a Hammer World Service announcement. All Soviet citizens are to remain at high alert until further notice. Hammer cannot risk any more of its valuable citizens being kidnapped by the evil organization. And don't even think about pretending to be kidnapped so that you can defect. We will find out.
So there we have it.
Weekend tag issued.
This guy really needs to be kicked out. Unfortunately, the lady who has stolen the research machine is insistent on making her way into our base, which is unfortunate. This is very much not what we want. She needs to be asked to leave, preferably with the fake research machine. Although, if she decides to make off with some of our money, we can tolerate it. It will be a price worth paying. Matron, clean up in aisle 1, please. And these ones need to hide now, or there will be hell to pay. Now, an interesting thing is, if you switch your minions to hiding when there is an... Oh, excellent. Bertha Cook is looking to leave. I hope this is not going to stupefy her completely. No? Excellent. Bertha Cook is going to make it off the island with the fake machine. And she made it. Well done. You have been quite useful.
New objects are available. Intruder tagged for psychological weakening.
Heavy rifle cabinet.
Weekend tag issued.
That's very, very nice.
Warning, hostile presence detected in base.
Now, have they managed to bring the scientist in yet? I don't believe they have.
Tag removed.
I'm going to clear their tags. If they do make it into the
Tag cleared.
strong room, they will trigger the smart trap within, be knocked out. Apart from that, we have a crowd of severely brain damaged people standing around here. That's quite interesting, I think. Oh. Überloot, Eiffel Tower. The shrink ray was successfully used to deal with the crime lord, and now the science team has managed to create a portable version that can be attached to a helicopter. Interrupt the Bastille Day celebrations in Paris by shrinking and stealing the Eiffel Tower, then revel in the chaos and national indignation. Marvelous.
Intruder alert. Security door bypass.
Security door bypass. Überloot, Ark of the Covenant. Hammer has recently been scouting out potential missile silo locations in the mountains of Afghanistan. One eminently suitable location was discovered, a vast cavern with an entrance so well hidden that it was only stumbled upon by chance. It was in this cavern that the Ark of the Covenant was discovered, previously thought to be irretrievably lost or mythical. Relieve Hammer of the burden that such a discovery brings by stealing the relic for yourself. Wonderful, we are clearly getting somewhere. That being said, sees Hollywood Playboy. The most talented spies are increasingly difficult to dispose of. To combat these agents, we need our own debonair dastard, somebody who as suave as they are to initiate a literal charm offensive. Our sources indicate that an international playboy is currently on vacation off the coast of California, with a harem of beautiful but deadly women trained in combat, both as his bodyguards and as his playthings. If his security cordon can be breached, the playboy can be captured and induced to reveal the secret of his magnetism and sophistication. Wonderful. Although we need a spin doctor, which I believe we do not have available to us yet. Instead, we have a general alert. Matron. Time to kill. Should I just tag every tourist on the island for termination? No, only that group. I suppose we will need to replace the pressure pad. Although I wish to disconnect this now, we are having far too many issues with minions triggering the trap to be useful at this point. Oh, what's this? Interesting. I'm not sure what this man's deal is, but we shall find out. Okay, I would like to disconnect that one. Alright. It seems that we are going to go to red alert. Gentlemen, it's time to purge the base of any unwanted presence. Any of it. This includes the tourists. This man needs to be interrogated so that we can find out the cause behind or how to obtain scientists. This man just needs to be removed. And this needs to be switched off. There's been far too much misery going on for our staff to be trusted around it. They're all extremely inattentive from the body bags, and they will quite literally kill themselves in the traps. That cannot be accepted. And as we can see here, we have our guards diligently loading our freezer racks with body bags. We have one of our construction workers escorting the scientist to his demonstration of the scientific laser. I believe we can all stand down now that the main threat has been eliminated. I would rather avoid filling up the freezer completely, because that leads to nothing but trouble. That note, we are going to reduce our technician force by 5, increase our desired number of scientists by the same amount. Michael Edwards is now getting the laser treatment. Laser hair removal, laser skin removal, whichever you prefer. He's getting it. And the entire Hammer force is in trouble now. We have nothing available for us to research yet, regrettably. Now it seems like there's something weird with these guards, so I'm going to, or these burglars, so I'm going to check if there's something we need to do. Alright, the laboratory is complete. We need a master plan before we can build a doomsday device and take over the world. We need a notoriety rank of insane. We can do that. And There are 3 embryonic ideas for doomsday devices, but each needs 3 pieces of vital information before it can be pursued any further. The information can be found in many ways. It could be hidden in a region on the world domination map, or captured as a reward for completing an act of infamy, even held by an enemy agent invading your very base. Interesting. Oh dearie me, this is a tremendously bad crowd. That being said, I believe that we are fast approaching the end of this episode. Here we have Joe Baker, the scientist, currently teaching a technician the ways of science. We are going to see, we do have quite a fairly neat crowd of guards and stuff. We need 4 workers. We have 3. I think we can send... Do we have any construction workers here? No. I think Jubei can go actually here instead. No, he's not really bolstering the income in the region particularly significantly, so he gets to go back to the base.
Detected on security network.
This man here needs to be questioned.
Prisoner interrogation order confirmed. Awaiting interrogation device selection.
He clearly knows something, and we are going to find out what. But all of that, including the acquisition of this man here, the mercenary soldier. For the best part of a century, military-trained personnel have taken advantage of the general disarray and political instability in South America to ply their trade. Our sources indicate that an extremely well-trained former Special Forces sergeant is currently on maneuvers somewhere in the rainforest. This character hasn't worked for any known authority for over a decade. Hard currency is his only mistress. He should be easy to convince into joining us, then he can be double-crossed, captured, and tortured into telling us his combat skills. Brilliant. It's a sufficiently evil plot, if I say so myself. Of course, that will have to wait until next time. We'll see this man give up his secrets, and then we will see what happens. But all of that for next time. Thank you all very much for watching. I hope you have had a good time, and I will see you later. Do take care.